Why couldn't you wait 3 seconds for me to start recording and then tell me
Because
about how
I
you
didn't want
looked
to tell you
gray?
about it. I
I
did
would
look
have,
gray.
I would have laughed so hard. You just out of nowhere. Yeah, I returned makeup because it made me look like Dracula's hoe bottom bitch.
God, I was doing all of our TikToks this week. I was like, why do I look gray?
Mm, mm.
Somebody told me.
Nope. I'm not allowed to look at other women. I don't know if you've met the EP. I'm not allowed to. Basically, I do this with you. It's just blurred out, censored the whole time. All I hear is a voice. Oh man. Welcome to a conversation with Judy and Ryan on YouTube at takeabreathpod. We also, as you probably just heard, do TikToks of the same with the same username at takeabreathpod. If you're only interested in the audio version, well, just wherever you do podcasts, a conversation with Judy and Ryan. But if you wanna actually, you know what?
No.
No, yeah. If you want to actually know about where some real good stuff is happening, check us out on Twix at TABPOD. Because my man, am I having fun.
He
Oh, it's
sure is,
awesome.
y'all.
It is so, and I'm not trying to hurt anyone's feelings, but I'm sure that I have. There was one about a porn star who recently unalived herself that I had to make a comment on.
Oh.
You know, so that was but it's all me, authentically me.
It is. It is.
and Judy, that was what actually made me think about. I was telling you before the show. In one certain aspect of our lives, we have completely flipped roles, right?
Right.
And I'm not going to say that you're in the exact same place that I was when we first met, but you're a lot closer to where I was than where I am now. And do you want
Okay.
to know what that one thing is?
Yes. Tell me.
Twitter. You used to be ratchet as all get out on Twitter. And
It's
now
true.
you get offended by a Milky's comment. You're the one who put them on display. Oh, God forbid someone actually compliment them.
Oh man, you know what? I will tell y'all. I used to run Twitter.
She did. She used to run Twitter, and now I'm running Twitter. So come check it out at TABPOD. Don't give me that.
God.
I'm
No, I'm saying yeah, I know.
Okay, sorry. I was about to say the people spoke on pineapple. That's how much I'm running stuff.
First of all, it was you who voted Yaya and me.
Uh yeah. And what did the vote say? 67% say yes.
Because you're one of them.
So are
You're one
you.
of the
You
two.
are also. That's my point.
Yeah. I should have said I forgot to send that to Keith. Be like, go vote.
Yeah. And he would be like, yeah, I totally voted.
No.
I totally voted no. I hate pineapple on pizza. Meanwhile, he's like running to his
He
car
does.
and he's getting a slice of Hawaiian.
No, he does. He agrees with me.
He's cheating on you with a large Hawaiian.
Oh
Oh
man.
man. Speaking of Keith,
Yeah.
how are things going with him at the job?
Okay, yeah. So my husband is a high school teacher. Right now he teaches 9th and 10th grade, or 9th and 10th graders, I should say. And the stuff that he tells me about these kids, it doesn't make sense to me. All right. Like one instance. So he always tells me about how some of his kids have like 50 absences. right? And I was like,
Are they
huh.
excused absences?
No, they just leave class. So right
Wait. So they I'm sorry, because you
Mhm.
keep adding layers to this as we go.
Oh
Are they
yeah,
absent, or are they like coming to class and then class starts and they're getting up and leaving?
both. So some of them never show up. Fine. He has students who would come to class, say, they'll be like, "Oh, I'm gonna like, Mister, can I use the restroom?" And they'll go use the restroom and never come back.
Oh my god.
So Keith marks them absent. So each absent that they are from one class adds up total whatever missing, classes they have. And so I tell him, I go, "What do they do?" And he's like, "They just hang out in the bathrooms." Or like, right, listen, this is where it gets better, right? Or they just loiter around school. And I'm here thinking, why don't they leave? Go home, right? Like
Are
if
maybe they live too far and they're
no,
not
no,
old
no. This
enough
is
to have
like
their car?
no, there some of them have cars, right? His school is in a neighborhood, so most of the kids live around this neighborhood. And or some of them don't live far from the neighborhood
I like
regardless.
how
It's
everyone's just like, no, everyone can go home.
I
No one lives too far from this school.
I'm just saying, even if you're too far, why don't they just leave and go to like the gas station down the street? Go to the McDonald's. I don't know, but why
Cause
do they physically want to stay in school? And so
because
I was
that's where their friends are.
no, well, their friends can leave with them. They're all ditching together. That's what I don't understand with
Right,
these
but
kids.
like, it's see, you went to high school in Las Vegas, right? There's stuff to do in Las. They're in like, I get it, the Dallas Fort Worth area. It's
They're actually
fucking.
in Dallas.
Yeah, but it's like Dallas adjacent Dallas. Like it's like when people watch Yellowstone, it's
Mhm.
like that, but for high school. Like there's nothing else around. It's not a real city. You guys have to basically travel to a different town just to get to work. So there's not a lot of stuff out there. Oh, cool. I can go to the one gas station 7 miles from here. That'll be great.
But no. So me asking these questions, right? I go, "Keith, do they know how to get home from school?" And he says, "Honestly, probably not." Which then threw me off. I go, "Oh my God." Like you have to think about it. Like they don't know how to get home from like school. Like give them directions to get from school to their house. They probably can't tell you.
Oh, you're being a little mean to the
I'm not.
people. I
No,
think you
no,
are. And don't get
no,
me wrong, I
I'm
get
not.
why you are. I get why, because these people make your husband's life harder. I get that. Like, yeah, I'm not
They do
arguing there.
also.
But like, it's the same thing when you have that person at work that you don't like. You start overly critiquing everything that they do. Oh, this bitch went and got water 4 times today. Who does she think she is? Like, who cares if she's getting water? What is that about? It's the same thing. Who cares if they
No.
don't know how to get home or if they just want to hang out at school? Honestly, they're probably ditching just because who wants to be like, I'm serious, okay? In
Okay.
high school, who wanted to be in class? No one. Like maybe the one kid who had the weird kind of crush on his teacher that was always the first one to raise his hands. I don't know from experience, but
What?
everyone else, no one wanted to be there, right? My senior year, I barely graduated because I showed up to high school so little. That's why I asked you earlier, are these absences excused or not? Because look, long story short, something happened and my mom said, just forge my name. It's fine. You won't get in trouble. And so if you had a forged name, you could miss as many fucking days as you wanted. It did not matter.
Oh
So,
my God.
but, but that's what these kids are just doing what every kid wants to do. and just not being in class, and no one's making them go to class. So why
That's
would
the
they
other
go
thing.
back?
No one's being. I go, where are adults in this school?
Yeah. Like, if I had been in high school
It's a
and I
hot
was
mess.
able to walk out of class
Oh my
and no one
God.
would make me go back, and then because of what you've also said, and then I still get to go to the next grade, I'd be dumb as shit right now. I'd be walking around like I'd be walking around like fucking Floyd Mayweather, not knowing how to read, except I wouldn't have all the millions, okay? Golly.
Oh, yeah, let's not talk about comprehension and everything else that's wrong with everything right now.
Like that makes
Ooh,
sense. That makes
it-
all the sense in the world that those kids are stupid because they're not taking the time and being forced to sit. You know what happened to me if I was not in the classroom? Some big ass Clark County School District police officer. Yeah, they had the bicycles, but they were fit. So they would beat your ass because they had stamina, okay? And they would grab you by the back of the neck and then they would say, "What are you in class? Where's your hall pass?" And you, I left it. You can't leave in the room. And then they throw you in the office and you got sent home.
Yeah.
And this is not happening at
Nothing. Nothing in Dallas, y'all. I'm just like,
see, as
Oof.
I always, it's one of those very funny things. As we grow up, we hear the older generation just say, "Oh, things were tougher back in my day, and they didn't let this happen, and they didn't let this happen." But now, hearing this, now also I know that there have been other instances in which this has been a problem in other states, so it's not something exclusive to Texas or
Right.
to the city of Dallas, but but
or the Dallas school district, let's say, because they're their own school district.
yeah, whatever narrative we want to put on this thing in that country western town that just got electricity a month ago. God damn it, you made me get off topic with all of your needing to talk about Dallas. But this is the kind of thing that it does give me that feeling of, man, is everything just getting a little too easy for everyone?
Yeah.
Oh God.
It's a wild times out here teaching. I don't know how y'all do it, but bless y'all souls.
Okay, so this actually brings me to my next thing. On Twitter, I was having a night the other night.
You were,
and I was at Asher's baseball practice. They were at the batting cages, and he was just being. It was 2 minutes until practice was supposed to start. You're at the batting cages. Hey, why don't you put your gloves on? I don't want to do that yet.
Yeah.
Okay. I will give you that respect as, one person to another. But then it's time to go in, and now he's fumbling around. I'm like, see, I told you. And he's like, oh, fine. And now, okay, there's people around here, so I'm not going to bust your ass for talking to me like that. But, whoo. And then I'm like, all right, well, put your helmet on. Well, I don't want to put my helmet on. Put your helmet on. But do I have to? I'll just put my hat on. And I said, and I hate saying this, especially as a parent, I hate saying, put it on because I told you to. And I am not messing around anymore. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if anyone's ever been to a batting cage, but it's literally just objects flying near and around your head. Okay? Right. Especially when you're only 4'6". So, in order to vent out my frustration, I go on to Twix. Mm-hmm. And I'm just saying, I really wish that I could give my son like a 2-piece right now. like I don't want to fully beat his ass.
Right.
But I really do think that if there was a place in nature, or not in nature, in public, that like you could pull, like, you know how on buses there's that stop pull string?
Yeah.
Like if
Yeah.
you could do that for the world, like you hit an app on your phone and it just alerts all the phones around you. Hey, this isn't actual child abuse, but this kid done fucked up one too many times. All right. I like if it was just because I saw a picture of a woman who she got called to school because her son was disrupting class. And she was so upset, she was beating his ass with the belt while in the school still. Like, and this kid had to have been like second, third grade, right? Because she's picking him up by the leg or the arm, the leg, and then hitting him, and then dropping him, and then hitting him, and he's running. She's grabbing him again and hitting him in the school. In the school. So that, yes, I do believe that that is not borderline, full-on child abuse. And this is why, in my opinion, like, this is why I don't punish my kid physically. Because to me, and this is just for me, so other families, if you can control yourself better, fine. But for me, I know that when I'm angry, I tend to not have the best control over my physicalness. So maybe one time I'm supposed to be spanking him, and I'm like, yeah, I told you to. And you get so into it, the next thing you know, he's got a broken tailbone, and you're like, oh, God, I didn't want to do that. But you have to justify it still and be like, but you shouldn't have been bad. If you hadn't been bad, I wouldn't have to do this, right? So that's why, for me personally, I abstain.
Right.
But that doesn't mean, to me, that doesn't mean that there should not be a place where, like I said, this is just you know what's going on mentally. You're not trying to like fully go for like a UFC fight. It's just, you pull it and then you got like 3 seconds, real quick across the back of the head, right? Or if they're really acting up, you pop, right? A little two-piece real quick. What happened, Dad? You know what happened. You fucked around and found out that's what happened. And then it's done. Right? And then it's done. And you're only allowed to pull that chain like, once a month or something like that, so that you can't abuse it either. Because some parents out there,
exactly, right.
Right. But,
every chance they get.
I do think that, as a society, our kids might be a little helped out if there was an acceptable way to do that. And I'm not saying that my way is acceptable, but it sounds pretty good.
What if it was like The Purge?
You just had you had 12 hours to beat the shit out of your kid.
No, I was just like, oh my God, that's terrible. Like, once a year you get an hour, like 30, I don't know, an hour is too long. That's terrible. I don't know. You should just not beat the kids. Yeah,
once a year you get. I could see so many parents just being like, oh, okay, no, it's fine that you fucked up my window. It's fine, because the purge is next week, kid, all right? The purge is next week. God. I'm going to take a crowbar to your ass on that day.
Disclaimer, this show, we do not.
The thoughts, opinions, and expressions of Clownboy Ryan in no way reflect those of Judy herself, the A Conversation with Judy and Ryan podcast, or parent company, Take a Breath Productions. All rights reserved. Copyright 2020.
Okay, so...
This took a turn. Let's not...
So you're the one who said purge. Okay.
I know. I'm like,
I was over here. You get a pulley. You get 5 seconds once a month. And you're over here like, nah, mass executions.
No. I didn't mean it like that.
Oh, Judy, for that.
Oh, wow.
But no. So seriously though, I think that, And don't get me wrong, I don't think that you have like an overreaction to it. I think you have a natural reaction of just like, no, it's just better to not in any way, shape, or form, right? Because that, in honesty, is how I live my life. So I get that. But what I will say is that I do think that once little Judy pops out, when little Cupcake is rolling around, that as the young Cupcake grows into a full cake, there's going to be times when you're going to be like, oh my God, Ryan was right. I want to hit this little motherfucker so much right now. I just, and look, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm not.
Oh man, that's pretty wild.
Okay. So to completely take us to a different section.
Yeah.
Beyonce has been blowing up everything since the Super Bowl happened. She dropped her new album with a Verizon commercial, which
Singles. She dropped singles, not a whole album yet.
Okay. So she dropped her new music, right? With the Verizon album or Verizon commercial. But there's all this other stuff going on, and you were telling me about it. I want to hear more about it, please.
Yes. Okay. So Beyonce announced that she has a sequel to her album that she dropped last year, Renaissance. So it's called Act 2. And it's a country album. Right?
I tried listening to one song. I'm not a huge country guy, so it didn't really strike with me. But it sounded like a country song.
Yes, right? So obviously, of course, it did not take long for some Beehive fan in Oklahoma requesting this, Beyonce song on the country station there. Only to be met with an email from the program director of this radio show, like, no, we're not going to play Beyonce. But he didn't, or he or they, I don't know, didn't know.
However they identify.
Yeah, we don't discriminate on the show. They said, we're not going to play Beyonce because she's not a country singer, which is fair because she's not. And I'm sure they don't listen to Beyonce and, they didn't know about this song, but it is technically a country song. And I just saw that her new single, that Texas Hold'em, is the #1 song on the Billboard country. So number song on Billboard's, country genre. But do radio stations not consider her as country? Is Billboard's not radio station?
The Billboards are not a radio station, okay?
Right.
The Billboard Hot 100 or whatever chart we're talking about, Billboard, think of it as like a census. Like they go out and look at data from different places, one of which is YouTube, another of which is iTunes or Spotify or all these. So it's where people, it's not just what radio stations are playing, it's where everyone is listening to it. Now, I say that to say this. The person in Oklahoma probably didn't realize that Beyonce's new album was a country album and hadn't actually done any of their due diligence to hear about the song or anything like that. Probably a PR person, sent them a copy and they were just like, it's Beyonce. I'm not even going to bother with it, which is on them. But that is why they weren't playing it. Right. And that's why, because the thing is, the reason it's #1 is not because it's country. It's because it's Beyonce. Beyonce's fans alone will take her to be #1. Even if they hate it,
anywhere.
There's enough people that will listen to it at least one time that will take it up to #1 on the charts. So I'm not surprised at all by this.
Yeah. It was just kind of, I was like, oh, I guess that kind of makes sense but I'm telling you, I wish I had the comments on the TikTok, but all the Bayhive. I mean, look, I know y'all go hard for Beyonce, and I will be the first person to be like, I will never touch like a Beyonce topic. I'm not. I don't want to get canceled by these people. Like they just swarm you. I've seen it happen.
Oh, but all fans do
Like,
that. Any fan of any group do that, right? Because
that's
everyone's
true.
like,
Yeah.
you're afraid of the Beehive, or the Bayhive, you're afraid of the Swifties. I don't really know of many other fan bases. I'm not
Just those
really.
two.
Yeah, I mean, Ice Spice has something like her. What are her Munchkins? Yeah,
Oh,
she's
that's
got
what
because
she calls them?
I remember the stupid Dunkin' Donuts commercial. Yeah. So she's got the
Oh God.
Munchkins. But
Oh well, there's the Barbs with Nicki Minaj, right?
sure. And I'm sure that
Mhm.
they're going off for the Hot Girls with Megan Stallion, right? I'm sure that's what she calls her. She's got so much stuff coming out. You see she has a deal with Nike?
No.
She's dropped a new
Clothing?
hot girl line of workout
Ooh.
wear to go out with her new hot girl workout routine. She is milking every dollar out of this moment for her. And I'm not saying
As
that
she should.
she's like a flash in the pan or anything, but I'm saying she knows how red hot she is right now, and she is
Mhm.
milking it for every single bit that it's worth. Good for her.
Good for her. I love her. Good. Awesome.
You know
Yay.
what I will say? Like, I am so interested as to, and I know it's probably hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, but Beyonce's hair care routine,
Mhm.
because especially with this country album, she's gone full blonde. If you saw her at the Super Bowl, that's part of it. That's why she's gone full blonde. But it's
Yeah.
also immaculate every single time you see it. Now, I also get it's Beyonce and everything about her life is well curated. But still, like, she is an African American woman. We know how her natural hair is. And for it to look like Dolly Parton's hair on the best day of Dolly Parton's life, every minute of every day, damn.
Damn, we gotta have that Beyonce status. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
I love it for her. But okay, so because Beyonce is back in like the limelight, I guess, with all of this happening, I don't know what to
The
say.
public view.
The public eye. Yeah. Oh my God.
The limelight.
Who am I?
Welcome to 1950s radio, where we talk about the latest stars in the limelight of the glitz and glamour of Hollywood. Today, it's Judy De La Cruz talking about the Bayhive. Hit us with that limelight talk, Judy.
No, someone on TikTok brought up the fact that Beyonce and Jay-Z had been together for like 20 plus years or some crazy number, right? And I thought about it. I go, wow, so they met or they officially came
real
out.
quick, I'm so sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can hear it, but Thor is going to town on a carpet, probably in Asher's room. And the only reason I bring it up is because he's been going hard since the beginning of the show. And I just realized he's still this dog's going to have a heart attack. The EP isn't here. She's out watching the new Avatar show with her sister. So so he's like, I'm gonna dig myself out of this house. I just don't want to be by myself with that loud, hairy man. Anything to get away.
Oh no, I can't hear him. So.
All right.
Anyway, sorry.
Thor embarrassing me.
Back to Beyonce and Jay-Z, real quick. So they officially started dating when Beyonce was like 19. Now, no one really talks about this, but Jay-Z is 12 years older than Beyonce. And I don't know why it never really comes to light that we don't realize their age difference. But I was like, wow. Really, like, so we don't know, like, Beyonce doesn't know anybody outside of Jay-Z. And I'm not saying that she didn't date people before Jay-Z, but like, if you think about it, during, I don't know their marriage life like that.
Well, I'm gonna say this, okay? It's been out in the news that at some point Jay-Z stepped out on Beyonce.
Right. We all know the Lemonade album. Yeah.
Right? So I'm
Mhm.
saying I'm sure that at some point, I'm not saying that she did anything like, too drastic or anything,
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
but I'm sure that she did something that helped her get some groove back. Okay? That's all I'm saying.
Oh, it's just, I mean, wow. But yeah, if you think about it, it's like, it's kind of weird. Like back when I was 19, I would have not wanted to date a 30-year-old. I don't know. It was just, it's not
Okay,
my
so I have so many
thing.
things to say about this. One, I, I don't. Beyonce has always struck me as someone who's like wise beyond her years. Like,
Hmm.
and maybe it's just because of like the people she's put around her and her family guiding
Right.
everything, right?
Yeah.
But my point is, other than the fact that she has obviously grown artistically in so many different avenues, um, as far as like the sense of the person that she is, it doesn't really seem that she's changed that much since she sprang onto the scene with that lovely group of ladies known as Destiny's Child.
In the limelight.
Right. And my point in saying that is maybe she is just a more mature and older type of mentality with a person.
Right.
And, this also hits close to home because me and EP got not about a full decade between us. So now what I am, even though I'm defending Beyonce, I'm not going to sit here and defend Jay-Z because I wouldn't have dated someone that young at that age, right? Now, so this just popped in my head. This full on just popped in my head.
Okay.
One of the reasons that I wouldn't want to date a person sub 21 if I'm over 21 is because they wouldn't be able to experience all the same things in life that I am experiencing.
Right.
But that really wasn't the case for Beyonce. There's no way you're going to tell me that Beyonce, especially she walks into a club with Jay-Z.
Yeah.
That they're,
No, exactly. Right. They're not going to turn. I mean, they could have. I don't know.
Right. But
Oh.
no, they're not gonna. I saw one time I saw a celebrity get turned away. They turned around Rihanna, and I think is she with ASAP still?
Yeah, she's still with them.
Okay, yeah. So they turned her away from the club, and ASAP just went, "Do you know who the fuck she is?" He didn't even say it about it. It's Rihanna, and then the guy, oh God. So just imagine if it was Beyonce.
Right.
I'm gonna get a lot of the Riri fans upset with me. What do you mean if it was Beyonce? She's better than Beyonce. But that's my point, is that it does, when you are able to share more things in life, and they have obviously been able to share a lot of things in life, even at that age, that it's not as hard of a thing to understand.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, like I said, I wouldn't personally do it, but I understand. That comes from an old Chris Rock joke. He talked about OJ. You know how OJ allegedly murdered his wife.
Allegedly, yes.
Right?
And
So
some other person that
Ron
nobody ever
Goldman.
brings up.
No, that was harsh.
Let's be honest here, y'all.
Kato Kalin gets more run than Ron Goldman. Right now, the EP's just, who the fuck is Kato Kalin? It's fine. She'll Google it. If you want to know about who Kato Kalin is, please Google it right now. We're not going to wait. But Chris Rock had a joke where he would be like, I'm not saying OJ did it, but I understand. So
I think I've seen that clip before.
Right? Chris Rock, bring the pain. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right. Coming down on time, and I wanted to talk to you real quick about unethical monogamy. Have you heard of unethical monogamy?
No.
So, unethical monogamy is basically when you use your relationship for a personal gain that the other party is not necessarily, but the other party is not aware of. And
Okay. Okay.
this was brought up to me by a video that I saw on TikTok of
Mhm.
a girl who apparently had a contract with Quiznos, the
Oh my
lovely,
God. Of all places.
the lovely sandwich maker that's like 8th on any sandwich list, and that's on its
Yeah.
best day. But Quiznos was doing some deep love, and I'm gonna tell you straight up. I don't think that this is a real fucking story, but it leads me to where I want to go. So just go on the ride, okay?
All right.
So Quiznos apparently hired this girl to take all of the guys that she dates to Quiznos so that they would buy her dinner at Quiznos. This was
At
her
Quiznos.
job. And I'm just trying to like do the math. If you were able to get, let's even say 5 guys a week to take you out,
Right.
or if you're hustling because your full-time job, okay, 10 guys.
Yeah.
So
one during lunch, one for dinner.
yeah,
Let's go.
exactly.
Yeah.
So you got let's say 2 sandwiches, 2 chips, 2 drinks, 2 cookies every time.
Yeah.
How much money would you actually be getting paid by Quiznos for, like, I don't know, that seems like maybe $100 spent.
Is
maybe
that
on the
right?
maybe 200 on the high end with inflation. So you're spending 200 a week at Quiznos, but this is your job. So
Right.
hence why I don't really believe this. But this is what she said was her job, to go and take these guys and have them take her to Quiznos. The reason I brought this up is just so I could share some of these comments with you.
Yes,
right?
please. They're the best. I love the comment section.
This first one had me going, Quiznos out here pimping.
Yes.
Quiz hoes.
Love it.
Hosty. Another person said, Subway needs to jump in this. Subway, skeet fresh. Oh God. Where's the? Oh, here we go. Damen hose. Oh God. Hold on. Was there any other ones? No. Okay. There weren't. Those were the bangers.
Oh, God.
But
I love it.
it made me realize, like, would you ever do anything unethically monogamous? Like, would you ever, like, here's an example, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You know that Keith hates going to, let's say, Ulta.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
But, and this isn't gonna, I can already tell you, just be like, no, I'd fucking tell him and we'd go. But let's say they were having a sale on, and not even sale, they're just giving something out for free. Like, they're giving a full pallet out. Everyone who shows up will get a pallet, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And you know that he reviles going there. It's his least favorite thing in the world. But they're only doing it on a day where you guys are together.
Right.
Do you trick him into going to Ulta?
Yes.
See, like I said, I already knew. I was like, trick? No. I don't care, Keith. I don't. Pallet. It's a free get in the car. What are you waiting for? I shouldn't have even had to say pallet for the second time. What are we waiting for? In fact, you know what? Now I'm going to go and get one. And you're going to go in and get one too. Before I was just getting one by myself. Now we both fucking get one. Hurry the fuck up. Why am I still waiting?
Oh, man. Yeah, that's basically how it would happen. But,
See,
okay.
I get it.
I know time is running up, but quick thing. So when Keith and I first started dating, maybe about 6 months into dating, Bath and Body Works had a sale under candles, and I was like obsessed with Bath and Body Works candles, right? And they opened up at like 5 a.m, right? So I asked him the night before, I go, hey, you want to go wake up at like 4:45 because the Bath and Body Works was down the street from my old apartment. I was like, you want to wake up at 4:45 so we can go get some candles? And he's like, yeah, we'll see. Like, we'll see if I wake up. I was like, okay. So then had my alarm ready at 4:45. I was like, turned around, like, hey, you want to come to Bath and Body Works with me? He's like, okay, I'll put on some clothes. And you know what? That man's a trooper. Knew that was gonna be my husband right there getting candles with me at 5 in the morning.
Oh my God. I would have said,
Yeah.
I will make you some coffee when you get back if I have woken up. Like, I'm not even committing to if I'm up yet. Shit.
Right.
Because Bath and Body Works at 5 a.m. It's gonna be like you and 2 other single women. So
Oh no, there were a lot of them. There were a lot of it was a whole line.
oh God. A whole line of miserable men just like, God damn it! Why are we here?
Look.
Now
listen.
I fully get why that man possibly, I don't know. You haven't really brought this up. Like, I fully understand why that man possibly gets a blowjob every single night. Like, God damn it. I wouldn't no. That's all I have to say. In fact, if you had woken me up, especially pre-marriage, you ain't
Pre-marriage.
bitch.
6
Go
months
to-
into our relationship.
Why did you wake me up? You should know better. Get out. But this is my house. I don't care. Get out.
I love it. Look, okay, there was one time, it was also around the same time because it was Thanksgiving, but
Oh, see, you've been taking advantage. God damn it. It's
I
just
went
as
with
bad as
him.
the Taylor Swift movie.
I went with him to GameStop when they were still doing the Black Friday deal at like 5 in the morning to get a PS5 at that. I think it was a PS5 or whatever was coming out. Yeah, I stood in there with him. So look, we in this for life.
Yeah. You stood in line for a piece of technology that made your home overall better. You made him stand in line for something that just assaults his nose. You walk into Bath and Body Works, you can't smell shit. You can't smell shit 3 seconds after you walk in there. You have no idea how it smells. You hope that by the time you get it home, that it's something that you can tolerate. And then you're just like, oh, it smells great because you fucking brought it home. And you're like, well, I got to justify being able to go back to Bath and Body Works. So don't try and hit me with that. I know that grift, okay? I've gotten angry because I have statistics, okay?
Okay.
Last week, before we break, we did talk about how the shooting in Kansas City at the Super Bowl parade had happened and how there had been 50 mass shootings up until that point. We have decided as a show that every week we are going to just bring up the fact that we have not gone a single show without there being a mass shooting.
Mm-hmm.
So I got some statistics for you guys from gunviolencearchive.org if you want to check it out. Since the last time, as of the recording today, since the last time we did the show, there have been 6 mass shootings.
Wow.
We have had 17 people injured, another 9 killed, and this is the one that pissed me off the most. Of those 6 incidents, 2 suspects have been put in custody.
Wow.
Right? So that goes to tell you that it is so easy to possess a firearm that it is happening so much that they are not able to actually find the people who do the bad things because there's too many of the bad things out there allowing them to do those things.
Yeah. Is there a statistic on how many happened at a school, or it's just overall?
This is just as they. I mean, there could be. I haven't. I didn't go through it. I can.
Right.
I suggest everyone do their own research on this. This is something that is near and dear to my heart. And here's another reason. And I'll make it funny before I fucking go out on this gun control thing, because I know that's why you're here. You only want the goddamn funnies. You don't care about the fact that people are dying. But I'm at the insurance boutique, and a guy comes in, and he's pissed because apparently some dick on a motorcycle got into an argument with him and bashed his side view mirror and broke his window and drove off. And apparently the police were like, well, we got to wait 10 days before we could do anything. I don't know. The guy's story sounded kind of sketch the more he talked, okay?
Okay.
But he got pissed because he wanted the insurance boutique to go out with their police force and find this guy. And I'm sorry, I don't know if you understand how insurance works. We don't have policemen. We have like some lawyers who will call the actual policeman. And then he was like, well, can you guys fix my car?
Right.
Yes, we can. We will totally fix your car. Since you'll be using your insurance, we're going to need you to pay your deductible. So it's going to cost me money to get my car fixed. It's not my fault. The guy on the motorcycle did it.
Oh, God.
I totally get that. And I understand it's not something that you should have to deal with. But that's just, look, if you're using your insurance, you have to pay for it. So I'm just fucked. Okay. Turning into Little John. White guy, by the way. Turning into Little John right in the middle of the office. So he goes out and is just sitting in his car for 20 minutes.
Oh, no.
I'm sure he was on the phone talking to someone, trying to figure something out or whatever. But for 20 minutes, I kid you not, there's a hint in the air of, is this motherfucker going to come back in here and shoot the fucking shit out of this place?
Yeah.
And I shouldn't have to feel like that at work. Just because a guy came into the office out of the shower so his hair looked greasy and he looked sweaty because he's all wet. It was weird. And now he's in his car for 20 minutes. I don't know what he's got.
We don't know.
So it's stuff like that. Like, I don't think that anyone should ever have to feel that way. I think that they should be like, this dude's in his car and he's fucking just, what's he doing? He's being weird. Whatever. Get some popcorn. Yeah. Let's just watch it. Right?
Yeah.
No, we gotta worry.
No.
We gotta worry about if he's gonna come back in here blasting.
Yeah.
Right. We've taken up enough time with the first half of this show. So when we come back, I'm going to throw my mom under the bus with some microaggressions she's been throwing my way. Also, I'm going to get myself in trouble when I tell you guys who gives me the ick or what about this person gives me the ick. It's not them. It's something about them. We discuss if it is okay to break up with someone on Valentine's Day. Oh, which is, I mean, we're so, you know, it's still kind of February by the time, hopefully by the time this one comes out, it's still February, maybe. I don't know. So,
it should
be. And last but not least, is Netflix getting the last laugh? All that and more coming up on A Conversation with Judy and Ryan. Woo!
Woo!
Oh, you made your mic go out with that one.
Oh, did I? I'm sorry. I think I'm a little too close to it.
Welcome back to A Conversation with Judy and Ryan on YouTube at takeabreathpod, TikTok, Twix, the works. Check us out wherever you do any social media or wherever you do podcasting, because we're going to be wherever you do your podcasting at. And we're fucking funny. Okay?
Yeah, we are.
You don't need me to tell you that we're funny. You've been laughing this whole time. I'm talking to Judy, not to the listener. I don't know what the fuck they've been doing. So anyone might have realized that who watches the show that our background is a little different. We're doing that because for the pretty much the rest of the show, we're gonna have some presentations and we're not technologically advanced enough. Look, we finally just got regular sounds going, okay? And don't think I forgot about what the boys from the mothership did for us. No. Sports. Yeah. But we're not technologically advanced enough for everything that we want to do. Anyway, the first thing I want to talk about is an article I saw on MSN from BuzzFeed, and it's titled "Black People Are Sharing Common Microaggressions That They Deal With All the Time."
Okay.
Now, I'm not going to lie. I do think there is a difference between full racism and microaggressions. Okay.
Okay.
That
was my question.
In my opinion, racism is when you are doing something, obviously because of someone's race. A microaggression is when you are genuinely trying to be nice and it still makes someone feel uncomfortable.
Okay.
So an example of an unintended microaggression.
Okay.
Is some people, I don't feel this way. You want to compliment me on my fucking luxurious hair? Go for it, baby. But some people, especially ethnic people, when they have curly hair and other people are just telling them all the time, oh my God, your curls, they look so nice and everything like that, it might make them feel different, right? Because you're bringing up a part of them that is different, okay? Same thing. Another one for me, and the same thing. I don't care. You want to comment on this with me? Thank you. But it's very easy because I'm half black. It's very easy for me to get a tan. So in the summer, when I golden brown, oh my God, you get so dark so quickly. Like, it'd be real easy for me to be like, yeah, no shit.
Right.
But like I said, it's a microaggression if it depends on how it's coming. And the reason I say that is, for me, the most disrespectful thing, I think I've told you before, Judy, but the most disrespectful thing you can say to me is call me a boy, right? Because, and I'm not like, yo, my boy. No, you know exactly what I'm saying when you say boy, okay? Yeah. All right, don't make me become a naysayer. I'll do it. But that's what I'm saying is it's intent behind words that actually makes up racism or whatever vernacular you want to use for it, okay? And I say this because most of these on this list are just racist, in my opinion. But you and I will go through it, and we will see what you think. Okay, so the first one. When an airport gate agent questions why you're in line for business class.
Yeah.
Like, that's just racist. If you're assuming that someone can, now, maybe they're asking and they're just because there's safety regulations. No, if you ask somebody why they're in line for business class, because I fucking have a ticket. Okay,
because I have a business class line, right? Yeah, that's not an everyday occurrence either. Like,
I have a feeling that because you also have to remember a lot of people travel a lot for work.
Right.
So maybe they hear it more often than not. You hear like you're a tiny black girl in business class and people are like, why are you? Because I have to travel to a La Quinta Inn, okay? Leave me alone. All right, number 2. When someone tells you you're so pretty that they don't even think of you as black. Racist!
What? Yes, racist.
Like that's, I don't think of you as, okay, it does, the fact that you think of people as black and as white in those terms, that's racist, okay? That's not a microaggression, that's a major aggression. That should get someone put into jail or sued for that.
Yeah.
Unless the person saying this is a 98-year-old person So they just have their thinking backwards because they've been around for so long. Talking to you, Jerry Jones, unless they're just that old and backwards, maybe then you can make an understanding for, okay, they didn't mean it in a bad. But anything under than that, anyone under the age of 90, 89, this includes you. Anyone under the age, fucking racist.
Yes.
Number 3, when people assume you got into college because of an athletic scholarship. So remember, this is just rude. Also racist. Because it's just rude because if you're in the context of this, we're assuming that all of these things are being said to a black or ethnic person, right?
Right. Yes.
But even if you're a white person, well, you don't think I'm smart enough to get into this fucking college? It's USC, bro.
Right.
All right? Like, don't get me wrong. You need to have good grades to get in here, but it's not Harvard, okay? Calm it down.
Oh, no.
All right. God damn it. When a retail employee follows you around the store because they assume you're going to shoplift. This racist. That's not a microaggression. That is just you being a racist person. If you follow someone around, if it's specifically because of the color of their skin, and I say that because of this, okay?
Okay.
I understand that employees at stores have to try and stop theft to the best of their abilities under the circumstances, right? Mm-hmm. I also understand a lot of them motherfuckers take it a little too far. You are not the police. Calm it down.
You are not. No. They do not pay you enough for that. Just
exactly. Right? But I understand that, that they take pride in their job and they're just trying to stop theft as best as possible. So if you're following someone around because they have the classic markers of being someone who shoplifts, looking shifty, baggy clothes, not buying anything, walking around for hours, all these key markers, okay.
Yeah. Right.
But if I walk into the store and as I walk to the electronics aisle, I got 3 people following me, racist. Let's see. When a retail worker immediately directs you to the sales rack. Oh, see, this is not a good one for me. I think this is more one for, obviously, racist, I guess. But the reason I say it's not a good one for me, I don't go shopping like that. You know where I go shopping? Old Navy. Every Old Navy looks the exact same. You got the fucking mannequins in the front with the fake wall. You walk behind the wall. That's where the dressing rooms are. You got the men's shit. You got the women's shit in the back, kind of. And then you got the kid shit to the other side. They're all the same. I haven't had to look for a clearance rack in an Old Navy since 2016. Okay?
Right.
So that's why I say, for me, maybe it's a little different. You go shopping. So I'm guessing that you have to have conversations with people about where things are in the store. Is it normal that they will just immediately tell you to go to the sales rack?
No. Okay, but to be fair, I haven't shopped for clothes in person in a long time. So it's a little, but even back then, I've never had anybody be like, oh, if I'm asking for like, where are your t-shirts or something, like, oh, it's going to be in the sales rack. What? No.
Like, and this is if there's anyone out there who's like, I don't understand why this is racist. First off, like, I don't think that you are listening to the right show. I'm just gonna, if you want to keep giving us the recognition of listening to the greatest podcast, that's recorded on a Thursday at 7:00 p.m. Western Coast time. Okay, I get it. I wouldn't want to miss out on that either.
Right.
But you got some problems. But in case you need me to spell out why this is messed up, you ever watch the movie Pretty Woman?
Mm-hmm.
Remember when she goes in looking like a hooker into the store and they're like, nah, bitch, you ain't got the money for this place.
Yeah.
And what happened? Her fucking sugar daddy walked her back in and slung out his big ass dick credit card and bought her the entire store next door. And she came in just like, so it's not only racist, it's stupid because that's the time that we live in. We live in a time where dudes look broke and busted as fuck. But because they got rich on a fucking Bitcoin scheme, they got money, okay?
Money.
And
I'm looking at the example on the comment, and it looks like this lady was trying to buy a really nice, expensive purse because she was trying to buy a Louis Vuitton. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And a sales associate just kind of directed her to the sales rack, which now I can feel like, no, that's racist.
When they make you feel invisible, this one I'm going to read. White people, these are not my words. These are the words of Renee Charest, whatever.
Charest, yeah.
White people have the amazing ability to ignore what is different than their norm. My presence has been ignored in plenty of white spaces for no other reason than the color of my skin. In work settings, this is demoralizing and causes racial trauma. This one, actually, I will say is a microaggression. Because, in my opinion, they are not trying to make you feel invisible. They are trying to exclude you, they are trying to include you. But in doing so and making it inclusive and just doing what is normal for them, they are making you feel like what's normal for you is not as acceptable, right? I'm not saying that that's excusable, but I am saying that this can be a microaggression because people just acting normal. Same thing. Hey, I love your curly hair. It looks fucking awesome, right? I don't need to hear about my goddamn curls all the time, right? So, but that's what that's why, right? Racist. Before. This one has a racist slur in it, in my opinion.
Just in
When they say you have good hair because it's not nappy.
And not nappy is in quotes. Because that's,
it's just... No, you don't tell anyone if they have good hair or not, okay?
Right.
Like, this is honestly... This one, though, I will say, when I have experienced this microaggression, I will say it's a microaggression because the people I have personally experienced this from have also been of the African American or of the ethnic variety, right?
Okay.
Because here's why. Most white people are too scared to say that a black person has good hair. You know what would happen in most cases if a white person says that you got good hair? Someone's ringing that fucking bus thing and we're getting our 5 seconds. What's up? What's up? I don't give a shit if it's only for the whole month. Let's go. But no, normally I do remember when I was growing up, I would have a lot of like grandmas and aunties and stuff like that. Being like, oh, you look like you got Puerto Rican in you with your good hair. Right?
Right.
But as we grow older too, I could understand how that's a microaggression. But if you don't have nappy hair, quote unquote nappy hair, that's just full on racist.
Yeah.
When they tell you your hair isn't professional. So this one is kind of just like a workplace culture type thing, right?
Right.
Like, now, obviously, there's always a line. And if that line is, especially, honestly, for anyone, when you have to tell them how to look. Now, I'm not saying that people should, I'm not saying people should be able to come to work looking slovenly. No. Right. You should make sure that, you all your hair on your beard isn't overgrowing. Like even right now, I'll be honest with I'll do a little. Right, there we go. See, I got some overgrow going on the beard and everything, and I'm not feeling like I always am presenting my best self. But it's very obvious that when I walk in that I've done my hair, that I have shaved my cheeks down, that I have tried to brush my beard. Like I'm trying to look as presentable as possible, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But if I came in and every day my hair looked like I had just gotten off the pillow, because I get it. These lovely, luscious locks look like I just wake up and, hello, boys. But no, it takes time and effort to get these, okay?
Hello,
Because
boys.
I wake up and it just looks like a fucking potato sack with lumps all over the place and just pieces sticking out. So yeah, if that's how you go to work, okay, yeah, you need to look a little more professional. However, if someone has obviously gone through the time and energy to, try to make themselves look presentable and you're still saying that for whatever reason, perfect example, if a person, man, woman, whatever, if they had their hair froed out, right? But it was nicely manicured, it was, it looked like a professional person did the haircut. Yeah. In that case, if someone's telling them that they need to look more professional, then that is unexcusable. Right. You shouldn't have fucking hired me. Okay? Mm-hmm. When people marvel at how well spoken you are, racist! You should never, when you marvel at how well spoken someone is? When they tell you a story about how they grew up in the worst fucking poverty. And then you say, oh my God, all the things that you've had to do to triumph over that. And the way that you're so eloquently telling me this, so well spoken. Oh my God. Not just, oh my God, I've never seen someone looking like you talking like that.
Yeah.
Marty, get a picture of it. Fuck. Oh God. Really? Remember, these are supposed to be microaggressions.
Right.
This one I see. This one is a microaggression, and I can understand why on both sides of it. When a white person tells you that they don't see color, and this goes back to that invisibility thing, right? Mm-hmm. So, and we talked about it with Gerard Mayo and Monty Kraft.
Monty?
Yeah, I'm not a fucking Patriots fan. I don't know sports. Football season's over. I don't care.
I was like, who's Monty? Robert?
Yeah, him too. All the Crafts, okay? The ones who own Mayo, okay? But as a person of color, if you don't see my color, then you also are not able to see the things that I have had to go through. And I'm not saying that you should always kowtow to me or the royal me as a person of color. But what I am saying is understand that while you were walking home and a cop would have pulled over and said, hey, can I give you a ride? I was walking home and a cop put me in handcuffs for no other reason than I didn't look like I should be in that neighborhood. Right. And like I said, that's not to say, and you've dealt with a bunch of this stuff, I'm sure, Judy. And we're not saying feel bad for us. We're just saying that we cannot hope for a change in the future if you're trying to ignore our past.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then honestly, I didn't realize we've been talking about this for so fucking long, so I'm sorry. Where there was one, oh my God, where is it? Fuck, where'd it go? Oh my God.
You read all of them.
There was one, I swear to God, there was one that was so perfect because it was talking about when people touch your hair. I thought oh God, I fucking, yeah, here we go. Sorry, I did miss it. Woo! Ha! When people ask to touch your hair or just do it without your permission. Mom! Now, look, she's my mom. She gave birth to me. You know, she had to
She did.
As I so well spokenly put on Twitter, she fucked on Valentine's Day to have me. So she's allowed. It's annoying because I just don't want, like, it's just, I don't want someone just out of nowhere just grabbing my hair. Like, it's not just a her thing, it's an anyone thing, right?
Right. Yeah.
But she's my mom, so, you know, she does it. I bitch and moan, and then she says, shut the fuck up. I gave birth to you. I'm going to keep doing it. And your grandson's perfect. Don't beat him. Or my grandson, whatever. I'm on tilt. But yeah, if you ever touch someone because of how fascinated you are with their look, that is, it is racist, but it's so much more than that. It's criminal. It's terrible. It's bad. So,
yeah.
All right. That was microaggressions, or as I like to call it, racism.
Racism.
With Ryan and Judy. See, now I can say it backwards and not get in trouble. Racism with Ryan and Judy as a subpart of a conversation with Judy and Ryan. Yeah. All right. Sorry about that. Honestly, I did some prep, not enough. I didn't realize there was fucking like 15 different things in there. I thought there was like 8.
I thought you were only gonna read like the handful that you wanted. I think you were going down the list.
See this
clarity.
We're growing. We're growing as a show. All right, Judy, who gives you the ick? Yes. And then I have someone who gives me the ick, but I have to explain it anyway. Who gives you the ick?
All right. My coworkers who like to cap, like all caps, certain words. And I don't understand, like it doesn't flow with whatever. I don't even know why you do it, first of all.
Well, you do it so that those words are seen specifically.
Right. But like I have one specific coworker and she always all caps teams. Like, I don't understand why.
Because she's saying we're teams.
No, not that teams. I'm talking about, like, she's like, oh, can you please Teams me? Or like message, like, because, you know, in Microsoft Teams.
Oh, yeah, no. Well, that's probably because, like, she's making sure that you see that she wants you to send it through Microsoft Teams. Because otherwise, she's going to put Teams in lowercase and you're going to fucking email. She's like, no, bitch! I said Teams!
You could just capitalize the T like how it is in Microsoft Teams.
I said Teams!
And she does, and I mean, it's not just her. So many other people do it. And it got me thinking, is Microsoft Teams like all caps? Like I had to Google it myself just to no, it's not. And I go, why do you have to all caps Teams?
No, I'm telling you, it's for the exact same reason that you got upset that your boss canceled all of his fucking appointments. It's because people don't pay attention to what they're doing. And if you don't put it in all caps, they're gonna, like, maybe Teams isn't the only way that you guys can communicate, because there's also, oh God, there was
Slack.
one thing there's Slack, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's email, there's texting, there's
G-chat.
Yeah.
I get it.
So, but that's what I'm saying, is that there's too many not well-spoken people at your job where they're just, like, people are like, I need this in a specific place, especially like some people do their workflow like that too, right? Like, I know at my job at the boutique, and even when I was at the Emporium, we deal with our callbacks through our emails.
Okay.
Right? So on the rare occasion when I have put a callback in Teams, I have then been like, damn it, I got to go redo that. Even though I know that they're going to see it, because that's not the protocol, right? But I'm also well-spoken. So I know how to recover from my mistakes, right? Not everybody does. Just like, oh, I sent it. Fuck it. They'll probably find out. I don't know. I don't care. So yes, all caps on teams. Those people, they don't give me the ick. They give me the vibe. Okay.
They give me the ick.
Anyone
I
else?
hate it every time I see it. Oh, yes. Motorcyclists who like decide to do whatever the fuck they want on the freeways. Oh my God. I was behind this dude on a motorcycle yesterday on my way home. And I mean, I get it. We're in traffic, but this man is like swerving in his lane. He's getting up, like standing on his motorcycle. I go, what is the reason? And he keeps staring at me because I'm probably giving him all these stupid looks. Like what's this man doing? Get out of my peripherals and go somewhere.
Yeah, no, look, that one 100% annoying. 100% annoying. What I will say is that motorcyclists normally it's a lot of natural selection, okay? Like just give it enough time and it'll take care of itself. So just try not to let them bother you.
I know, I don't.
And also, real quick, just that's me talking about the annoying ones, because if you're doing stupid shit on a motorcycle, bad things are bound to happen. If you are the ones, and guess what? You know how I know bad things are bound to happen? I work at an insurance boutique. Even the people that follow all the rules, bad shit happens to them. So it's just a matter of time is all I'm saying.
And the ones who like, okay, so you're stuck in traffic, and the ones who like go in between your cars, in between lanes to kind of I swear, I'm like, this one of these times it's gonna just be me, like not like,
Well, that one you got to go talk to your mayor or your congressperson about, because that's illegal in certain states.
Oh, yeah.
Right? It's not legal in every state. I don't even know if it is or isn't legal here or in your state. What I do know is that at one point I took a driver's test and they said it's not legal everywhere. So, so yeah, you just got to talk to your congressman about that. Maybe you shouldn't live in such a free ass state that wants to secede all the time.
God. Okay.
All right. And now I got to talk about the person who gives me the ick. And it's not, she doesn't give me the ick. But
something about them.
Something about her gives me the ick. And physically. I'm going to say that I'm saying that the problem is with me. Okay? That I am not trying to say that she is disformed or disfigured or ugly or anything. I am just saying that when I see this part of her body, it makes me feel uncomfortable, right?
Okay.
That person is Caitlin Clark. If you're not aware of who Caitlin Clark is, she's basically the greatest basketball player in women's in college basketball.
Oh, yeah.
She's breaking all the records. She's currently at Iowa, breaking all the records. And yeah, she is just the face of college basketball on the women's side at the very least. And she has these arms that, and look, hold on, because I've talked about roller coaster arms, right?
Yeah, yes.
I have talked about roller coaster arms.
Yes, with the women at your gym. Got it.
There's an old gym. I haven't seen too many roller coasters at the new gym. Yeah. I just see a lot of Joe Rogans, bald white guys with a big gut. I'm full of TRT. Where's my MILF wife? But she's got like country strong roller coaster arms. They're big and
we're talking about Caitlin Clark?
Yeah.
Have I never looked at her?
Okay. You will. For a girl, they're big and massive, but they're not cut. So like, while roller coaster arms give me the feeling that like there's a chance that my dick might get ripped off, which is why they excite me. These just like give me Frankenstein's arms vibes, where it's just gonna be like, right?
Okay.
Right? So here we go. And like I said, this is not me judging her. This is me saying that she makes me feel inadequate as a man. Okay. That in this instance, I'm low value and she's high value. But these fucking arms though, man. Look at those things.
Okay. I see it there. Okay.
Okay. Where there's here we go. Look. They're just, that's not a good angle.
Yeah, no, not that one. No.
Look at that. Look at it.
Huh.
It's so massive.
I've never really paid attention to her arms.
Oh,
but...
look at that. Just menacing.
Okay.
Her arm's just going to rip it off.
She got some shoulders. All right. Boulder shoulders.
Look
there.
at it. Built like a Coke machine. Except that she has a neck still.
I mean, her neck is like extra long.
Oh my God, look. She's just, it's intimidating, okay? Her arms are intimidating, and they give me the ick because I feel less manly as a result. So everyone please go and support Caitlin Clark at, whatever basketball game is coming up with her.
Yeah.
real quick, because we got about 8 minutes left, Judy.
Okay.
I'll let you choose. You want to talk about passwords? Or you want to talk about Valentine's Day? Because I don't think we're gonna have time for both.
Let's do Valentine's Day and get the next one.
Let's do Valentine's Day so we can get the topic in the month of February. She fucking gets it, people. She gets it. She understands how to get the cont. The cont. All about the cont. So do you know?
I hate when you say that.
You hate when I say the cont?
Yeah, it just makes me feel like you're saying it with the C or with the U. It is with the C, with the U, and I'm like, it just. I hate that word. I hate the cont word. So it's like, okay, anyways.
Now I just want to keep saying it. All right, I'm gonna be serious. Warrior spirit.
Okay, V-Day breakup. Let's do this.
You know Sean Evans is the host of Hot Ones.
Oh, yes.
Okay, see, you know who he is, but that's the kind of famous that I want to be, where you know me, but you have no fucking idea who I am.
Yes, I know you by what you do. And now your actual name.
Right. So Sean Evans recently was dating a porn star. And where is it? Did I lose it? So he was dating a porn star, and apparently because of the backlash of him dating this person, he broke up with them on Valentine's Day. He was dating Melissa Stratton, and they broke up. He broke up with her on Valentine's Day. For anyone who wasn't sure what Melissa Stratton looked like, because I am not going to sit here and say that I watch a lot of porn, but I had no idea who she is. So, all right. So maybe I don't know.
She's not in like the top 20 porn stars, I'm guessing, type thing.
Top 77? What?
Oh.
I don't watch a lot of porn. Anyway.
Okay.
Anyway. So he broke up with her on Valentine's Day. So on one side, you're like, that's fucking terrible. Just wait the day, right?
Right.
But on the other side of that was this story in which a guy was dating this girl, and she gave him this really sweet gift.
Right.
For Valentine's Day. Although, you know what? Now that I'm looking at it, this looks fake. Do you know? I mean, because her name is Haley. You could see that right there, right?
Yeah.
But what, Haley has her own stamp? This looks like fucking the Hampton or the Hilton. These look like stationery from the Hilton. And then...
like some kind of... Unless she has her own personalized...
That's what I'm saying. Like, okay, she has her own personalized stuff. These look like she just had a bunch of Hilton-ass stationery and was bored in a hotel room for 72 hours and wrote all this stuff to get famous on Reddit. But let's assume that it's a legit story, even though I just blew a hole wide open into it. But in this, he says that she wrote him all these cute notes for Valentine's Day. So this obviously took a lot of time, even if it only took her like, I don't know, an hour or whatever to do it. That takes time, right?
Right.
And then 12 hours later, broke up with him. So that, that's the thing. I get I understand why people would rather break up on Valentine's Day than, have to pretend that they're into the person. But at the same time, you got to be a different kind of bastard to break up with somebody on. You got to be like the Ramsey Bolton of your friend group to break up with somebody on Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Because you know what I would do? If I was going to break up with somebody, I would just go super low effort on Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm.
So that, honestly, 3D chess, I'm trying to go so low effort that she's like, fuck you, Ryan, I'm out of here. Win-win. Win-win. Well, Ryan, what do you mean by super low effort? I mean, like, you show up and you give them a card that's not in an envelope. You give them a rose that's been dry for like a day and a half too long. Right?
Yeah.
You take them to dinner at Sizzler.
Oh, the Sizzler.
I don't know. It might not even be open anymore, but the one Sizzler that I know of, every time my friend has gone, someone's broken into his car. Why do you keep going?
Oh, God.
So that's why, you take her to, I did this one time. I just didn't want to date this girl anymore, but I also was a stupid teenage POS, so I didn't want to break up with her. So I just literally started being the worst boyfriend ever until she finally broke up with me.
That sounds, I've heard other guys.
You're like, that sounds about right for you, Ryan. Thanks, Judy. I've heard your track record. Okay.
Like that. I'm talking about other dudes. Like, that sounds about right.
Yeah. I only did it the one time. And even afterwards, after we broke up, she was like, because we would because I was young, right? So you did the thing where you would hang out with your ex. And even then she'd be like, are you sure you're okay? I'd be like, I promise you I'm fine. Don't worry about me. I'll figure this out.
Oh my God.
I just feel like we never had closure from our breakup. We had enough. I'm telling you. So going back to the topic, would you rather be broken up on Valentine's Day? We're not including the good option that I gave of just give minimal effort. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
We're not included. So would you rather be broken up with on Valentine's Day or go through all the regular Valentine's Day bullshit and then get broken up with the next day?
I would probably do the next day.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Honestly, you know what I would probably do? And I didn't give you this as an option. So that's on me. I would break up with them the day before.
Yeah, I was going to say either that. Like, I don't understand what is your significance as someone who's doing the breaking up to do it on Valentine's Day.
Well, so that's what I'm saying. With the Valentine's Day thing, the Sean Evans specifically, I don't know. It seemed like he was getting a lot of heat on social media, and that's why he broke up with her. So
I feel like he did that for clout. I don't know, maybe not. Just
I was
to give him
say,
more.
Either to get him more clout or to get him less heat. Like the dudes at Hot Ones were like, bro, you can't be having sex with a porn star and be the face of our brand, right? And he was
Why not?
Because of family sponsorship. I'm not even trying to be an ass about it, but we can talk about it ad nauseum one day.
Yeah.
But that's literally why. So that's probably what happened, and he probably got the news. I'm guessing he got the news, and his final day to do it was Valentine's Day. He either got the news and they said you have to do it now, and he was like, "Dude, it's Valentine's Day." We don't care,
right?
Or his last day to do it was. I get it. You don't want to talk about Valentine's Day anymore. His last day to do it was on Valentine's, and he was just like, "Oh, I'm out of time. I don't want to lose the sweet gig." So
right, interesting. Okay,
man. But if I was gonna get broken up, I would. if someone's gonna break up with me, I would rather they break up with me on Valentine's Day.
Okay.
Because at least, in my opinion, at least I would know how they actually felt, and it would suck and it would hurt, but I could deal with that. It would be exponentially harder to deal with that same pain if I also had a full day before of thinking how much this person loved me because of how sweet this gift that they had just gotten me and all of these things. Right?
Yeah.
Like, it's just like it's like they say, just rip the Band-Aid off, just cut the cord, whatever you want to call it. But that is why if I was getting broken up with, I would rather be on Valentine's Day. And if I was going to break up with somebody, I would just make it the worst fucking Valentine's Day of their life. In fact, EP, take notes for next year because we're going to Sizzler. That does it for a conversation with Judy and Ryan. Thank you guys so much for listening. I feel like I'm saying this more and more often, but I really do mean it. Like, thank you guys. We had 22 people. Last I saw, we had 22 people in some way, shape, or form watch our podcast last week on the YouTube channel alone. And our numbers over on the audio side are much bigger than that. By much bigger, I mean like 27 fucking people. but still, every single view matters to me. I know it matters to Judy. It matters to the EP. It probably matters to Keith. He's honestly just ancillary, but he's still a part of it. You know, like he's not a part of, you know what he is? I'm not talking shit on you when I say this, Keith, but he's like the sandwich guy that comes to your floor, right? And he's selling the sandwiches. You know, some buildings will have a guy, like a vendor come in. So he's there, like it's part of his job to be supportive, but he's not actually part of the workers, right? So get me a fucking sandwich, Keith. I want turkey club, no mayo, Miracle Whip.
I don't know why he's like this. Don't listen. Don't listen to Ryan.
No, Keith is listening, but he's not gonna get me a sandwich. He's like, that sounds fucking good. I think I'm gonna go to Quiznos.
He's gonna go make himself.
Judy's been telling me that I should take her to Quiznos for some reason, so I'm gonna get a turkey club from there. Is that your new job, Judy? Is that your side hustle? Bringing dudes to Quiznos for $7 a sandwich?
I actually don't even think there's a Quiznos out here.
Oh, that's because you're the bottom bitch for Buc-ee's. That will do it for our show. Thank you guys again for listening. I know that I derailed it, but I do, and Judy and all of us appreciate every one of you guys in every single moment that you participate with us. Please participate more. Get in the comments. You know, tell me how stupid I am. I'll argue with you. If you're funny, I'll argue funnily back. If you're a dick, I'll be a dick back. Talking to you, hero. All right, that does it for today. We will talk to you next week on a conversation with Judy and Ryan. Bye. Bye. I'm a fucking Giga Chad like this.
Why do you have a big ass mouth?
Because you're a Giga Chad. You're a fucking guy with the jaws. You're Giga Chad. Yeah. I really hope I don't get stuck like that.
Why do is that an irrational fear of yours?